Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Urvi and I'm back with another monthly favorites video. So I have done another favorites video a few months back in November. So if you would be interested to watch that video as well, then I'll be linking it in the I button here. And today I'll be talking to you guys about my August favorites. So there will be a whole lot of favorites ranging from skincare, makeup, moments, TV shows, movies, etc. So if that is something that you would be interested in, then please continue watching. So the first category would be, no points for guessing, my favorite category, that is makeup. So the first one I have is this eyeshadow palette. So this is the My Glam Manish Malhotra collection in the shade Reverie. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm sure I did pronounce it wrong, but you get it. So it's a beautiful 9-pan palette and it comes with a mirror. So these are the shades that come in this palette. So the camera is not doing a lot of justice to the shades, but let me tell you, these are beautiful shades. So you have 5 mattes right here and then you have 3 shimmers. Let me just give you a nice little swatch. So as you can see, these are nice, beautiful shimmery shades, but they are not chunky glitters. And my favorite shade of all is this shade. So when you look at it, even on camera and even in real life, it looks like a plain basic whitish shade or a pearly shade. But let me swatch it for you guys. So as you can see, it's an iridescent purpley pinky color and it looks just beautiful on the eyes. So this is one of my favorites eye palettes to use during the month of August, and I feel like I was reaching out a lot to this palette because it's so compact in size. It is beautiful, it has great pigmentation, the shade selection is also amazing, and of course during the festive seasons these colors would do just the job right. Moving on to my next favorite, of course there has to be a lipstick. So I have this lipstick from Nykaa in the shade Chai. So it's a beautiful dark brown shade. So as the name suggests, it is exactly like a nice kadak chai. So that's how this looks on your lips. I'll just post a picture of me wearing this shade somewhere on the screen. So I have been loving this shade again for outings and stuff because this shade is a little too dark for the daytime, but if that's your vibe, you can definitely wear it. So this shade would look beautiful on all skin tones. On fairer skin tones than mine, it would look like a grungy brown color. On my skin tone, it does look like a proper brown shade, and for darker skin tones than mine and much deeper skin tones than mine, this would look like a beautiful brown nude color. And the last item in the makeup category is this cutie here. As you can see, the packaging is so damn cute. This is actually a foundation from My Glam Pose collection, but I have this in the shade Walnut, which is a very dark shade for my skin tone. So as you can see, that's the color, and I like to use this as a contour stick for my face and it works beautifully. So I've used the same for today's makeup look, and the tutorial for this look will be up soon, so stay tuned for that. But coming back to this product, it's a beautiful product. That's how it opens and closes, and the shade is beautiful. It works perfectly for my skin tone. Let me swatch that as well. So that's the shade. So because this is a foundation, it blends just beautifully into the skin. It's as though it melts into my skin and just becomes one with my skin. So you can't see a very harsh line. It blends so well, but still you can see a definition because of the dark color. This is my last makeup favorite for the month of August. Next category, which is similar to makeup, would be nail paints. So this is the only one I have in my favorites for August. So this is a nail paint from Inside Cosmetics and it's in the shade number 39, and this pretty lilac color is my favorite. So it has a pretty nice good bristle as well, and that's the shade. So I'm wearing it on my nails as well. So it's a beautiful shade to wear during the festivities, or even to wear in your day-to-day life, or even to office. So I love how versatile this shade is, and I've been loving applying this shade on my nails for the month of August. So now moving on to skincare. Let me tell you, August is the month that I have used the most amount of skincare. I was just religiously using all my skincare morning and evening. Otherwise, many a times I tend to get a tad bit lazy with my skincare, but this month I have been taking really good care of my skin. Of course, because there were a lot of festivals in this month, we had a lot of get-togethers, so I had to wear a lot of makeup, I had to eat a lot of junk food, a lot of sweets, and all of that. So of course, it was more than necessary to take a little extra care of my skin this month. So the first one is this face wash from Plum. As you can see, it's a pretty huge tube, and this is the chamomile and white tea variant. First of all, the smell is really refreshing, and it's not like any other face wash that I have tried. So this does the job of cleaning your face absolutely brilliantly. It does clean your face and gives you a squeaky clean feeling without making your skin very dry and stripped off. So this does not do that. Plus, it has very teeny tiny bead particles which help in mild exfoliation of the skin, but you don't even feel it when you apply it on your face, so it's not very harmful for the skin as well. And the first few times I used this, I did see an immediate brightening effect on my face. I do wash my face twice a day with this, so that's my first skincare favorite. The second one I have is this baby right here. So this is the Dr. Sheth's Gulab and Glycolic Toner. So I've been using this very religiously all through the month of August, and oh my god, what a beautiful product is this. So of course it does not have any artificial fragrances. The fragrance in it is of roses, of course, which is one of the main ingredients of this toner. So this is a kind of exfoliating toner, so I prefer to use it at night, and it comes in a pump bottle like this. But on the instructions it says that you can just sprinkle it all over your face, but you don't need glycolic acid going anywhere near your eyes. So what I like to do is take it on a piece of cotton or my microfiber cloth and just wipe my face with it. This is such a beautiful product, and I have seen such a great improvement in my skin after using this. So in the past month I did break up quite a lot. I don't think this has done anything much to help with my acne, or it has stopped new acne from coming, but it has definitely helped the fading of my scars become such a fast process. Otherwise, normally it takes me 2ish months to see a great improvement in my acne marks, but with this one I could see lightening in my marks in just 1 week to 10 days. So that's a great thing, and this is the only thing that I have added in my skincare routine. So I've been loving using this toner and never keeping it down. So the last product in my skincare favorites is a face mask from Plum. I don't actually have it with me, I don't know where it is, but I'll just insert a picture of it somewhere on the screen. So the one I'm talking about is the Plum green tea face mask. It is a clay based face mask, and it has helped a lot again with my pimples, so I've been loving that face mask. Actually, there are two face masks from Plum that I have been loving. So the first one is the green tea one, and the second one is the frost mask that they have. Again, I will insert a picture right here, because I was not planning on including it in my favorites, but I just realized. So I've been loving alternating between these two masks. So whenever my skin feels a little bit oily, I use the green tea one, and whenever my skin feels like it needs a little bit of hydration, I use the frost mask. So moving on to my next favorite, which is also somewhat related to skincare, but it's kind of a gadget. I don't know if it's a skincare favorite or a gadget favorite, so I'm including this right in the middle. So the one I'm talking about is this gua sha. So this is a rose quartz gua sha, and I've been loving using this on my face. So this one is from Plum. I have shown this in my one brand review of Plum, which I'll link right here. So this is a beautiful product, and whenever I am applying any night cream or any overnight face mask or any serum for that matter, I do make it a point to use this at night. This beautifully gets rid of skin puffiness. It helps with all your lymphatic nodes. It drains all the toxins out from your face and all those good things. So I have been using this, I wouldn't say religiously, but quite regularly. So this is one product that I've been loving to use for my skin in the month of August. So I think we are now done with all the tangible things in my favorites. So all those things that I could show you, are now done. So now moving on to the next category of favorites, that is my favorite TV show. So I'm not very proud of this, but I have been watching a lot of TV shows in the month of August. I'm not very proud of it, but here we are. So most of my TV favorites are from Netflix. So the first one is Lucifer. I began watching it around June or July, but the first few days were very slow, and the first few episodes were very slow. After that, I picked up pace. So it's safe to say that I finished watching Lucifer up to season 5 in 1.5 months. So please don't judge me, but I loved watching Lucifer. It's such a beautiful show. Of course, there are some adult elements in the show, but other than that, the story is very funny. It's about a cop and a devil or an angel who had fallen from heaven and become a devil, and then he decided to take a break and come to earth. So this story revolves around a guy named Lucifer and a detective named Chloe Decker. So they have a beautiful relationship going on, which is a love-hate relationship, and it's a really long show. So I can't just give you a brief on the show, but I would like to say that I loved watching Lucifer in the past month. So my next favorite on Netflix again would be Atypical. So the last and final season of Atypical came in, and me and my husband, of course, we both watched it in a matter of few days. It's a very beautiful show and I absolutely enjoyed watching it. So Atypical is a story about a boy who is autistic, so who has autism, but he's really smart and really creative and artistic, but he doesn't know how exactly to behave in public, or those kinds of things. So this show does portray the journey and the development and the growth of this character called Sam, and it's a very feel good show. You must definitely watch it. So the next show on my Netflix list is Grace and Frankie. I know it's quite an old show. I mean, it's been running for around 6 seasons and the 7th season is just out right now. So but I did stumble upon this just in the last few months. So I have been binge watching Grace and Frankie. So I was not very intrigued when I read the description of the show. When two old men, they leave their wives for each other, then there is a friendship developing between those wives, and I was like, okay, this doesn't sound very appealing to me. One fine day, I did not have anything great to watch on Netflix, so Netflix has come up with this beautiful feature that play something for me. So I just clicked on that button, and the first episode of Grace and Frankie just popped up. So I watched the first episode and I was like, okay, let's see what happens next. I was not very impressed, initially, but I still decided to give the show a chance. So I started watching it gradually, and they are nice short episodes, not very short, they are like 30 minutes episodes. So it was quite easy to go through. So as and when I started watching the show, I started loving it more and more. So it's basically a comedy show, but it's a beautiful story of friendship between two ladies who are the age of 70 plus. So they are two different characters. So one of them is a very funky hippie type of a character, somewhat reminds me of Phoebe, and the other one is a very poised and graceful character which kind of reminds me of Rachel. But please don't come at me saying that why are you comparing these people to them. This is just a point of reference for you guys, if at all you would be interested to watch something like this. So the energy of the show is very light and beautiful. Of course, it does deal with some of the social problems, some of the issues that women face, older people face, the queer community faces, and so on. So it has, of course, it does touch a lot of base on all these topics, of course, and alcoholism as well. So it's a beautiful show to watch, and it's a light-hearted show, so it's not something very heavy with all these social issues and all. These social issues come in very mild format, so I think you would enjoy watching this show as well. So the next thing is not exactly a TV show, but I enjoyed watching our Olympics this month. All of you know that the Tokyo 2020 Olympics was held this in August, I think end of July and August this year. So I have just enjoyed watching all the sports in general. So I just enjoyed watching the Olympic event, and I watched it on Sony Live. So there was hockey, there was wrestling, there was javelin throw, there was badminton, of course there was golf and so many others. I mainly enjoyed watching all these sports. I will be talking a little bit more about Olympics a little bit further down the video. So next, moving on to a similar category, is movies. So let's be honest, I have not watched a lot of movies, of course, because I was busy watching some TV shows. Out of the movies that I watched, I just loved two of the movies. So the first one is Mimi. So it's a very unique kind of a story. It was a very beautifully made film. So this is a film about a girl who agrees to be a surrogate for a couple who lives abroad, and then things take a turn and how everything unfolds. That's the gist of the story. So I just really enjoyed watching the movie. I enjoyed Kriti Sanan's performance a lot in this movie. And my second favorite movie for August would be hands down Sher Shah. Actually, that's the first. I loved Sher Shah a little bit more than Mimi. So it's a beautiful, beautiful film made on the life of Vikram Batra and his struggle during the Kargil war. And the story is portrayed really, really well. It does have a few war scenes. It does have, all those emotions. But I think all those emotions are very necessary to make a film like Sher Shah and to make it a favorite with the audience. And the film is beautifully made. It is really, really factual. It does seem very real. And I loved the performances of Siddharth Malhotra as well as Kiara Advani. So that's my number one favorite movie for August. So moving on to my most used or my favorite app. So I've been using this app called Snapseed. Of course, many of you might have already heard of it. So Snapseed is a photo editing app. So it's so easy and so convenient to use for some portraits, or whenever we are traveling, when sometimes the light is not right, sometimes the photo doesn't turn out as beautiful as the actual scene. So Snapseed does help a lot with that. So I've been really enjoying using Snapseed to edit my photographs and give some nice cool effects on my photographs. So I think that's the only app that I've been enjoying using in the month of August. So the last category of favorites would be my favorite moment. Let me tell you, I have quite a few of favorite moments in this month. So as I of course previously told you, August was the month of festivals. So there was Dahi Handi, there was Raksha Bandhan, there was 15th August, and so on. I'll just post some pictures of those moments as well. So the first favorite moment would be to meet my family, my extended family. So of course my mom's side's family. We did celebrate Raksha Bandhan this month, and I have a huge family when we do get together. So I'll just pop a picture of all of us right here. So this was one of my favorite moments. So my next favorite moment also would be meeting my family, but my husband's side of the family. So of course even he has many cousin sisters, so we all did celebrate Raksha Bandhan together. So that was another beautiful family moment that I had and I enjoyed. So my third favorite moment would be India winning an Olympic gold medal. I can't tell you the feeling that I had when I watched Neeraj Chopra throw that javelin, and I was like, okay, that was a good one. And I watched the entire match, all the 16 players with all their 3 attempts, and there was nobody, mind you, nobody even close to what Neeraj Chopra did. So that was a beautiful moment for me, and of course for the entire country, because it was our first gold in a track event. And it was a beautiful moment. I almost had tears in my eyes when he was receiving the medal and he stood on that pedestal at number 1. It was just a beautiful moment for me, as I'm sure it would have been for you guys as well. The last favorite moment for me for this month would be my bhabhi opening her own clinic. So she's a dentist and she went ahead and opened a clinic of her own. So I think that was one of the proudest and the most beautiful moments of August, and of course her entire journey as well. But I think of all my favorite moments of August, this moment has to be right on top, because my bhabhi is really hardworking and she has done a fab job with her clinic. It has to be one of my favorite moments for the month of August. So that's all for my monthly favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, then please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and do all those good things and help me grow. It would mean the world to me. I will see you guys in my next video. Till then, bye.